Good morning. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, remote off-grid on the homestead map. And we've crossed into the month of March. Alright, so let's take a look at, see what the red tape mod is doing. Offering a tractor demo, huh? Yeah, I don't think I'll use it. Okay. Alright, let's see here. March, so we can plant oats this month. Canned sunflowers. Alright. Just a second. I need to see how much a rice harvester is going to be so I can decide. Alright. 95,000. Hmm. So I need to decide if I'm going to do wet rice or dry rice. I think I'm going to do dry rice again this year. So long grain rice will be planted next month after I finish getting the field ready. And I'll see about maybe converting to regular rice in a year or two. But I gotta be able to justify the cost of a $95,000 harvester. And I don't think I have enough rice field to justify that amount of expenditure right now. Alright. Sunflower oil needs to go into storage. Alright. I'm recording this on 4th of July, America's 250th anniversary. Saw NPR poll, which was kind of surprising. Half of Americans don't even realize what the branding of America 250 means. I guess since it's a when the bicentennial happened in 1976, I was 17 months old, so I don't directly remember it, but I still remember all of the signage and the commemorative items and stuff still being around and still being a big deal, you know, right as my adult memory started kicking in, you know, so around 79 to 80. I mean, there was still the bicentennial license plates on cars. There were still bicentennial signs on people's yards. Comparatively, the 250th just doesn't seem to be getting as much play as the 200th did. Chances are I won't be alive for the 300th to see how that goes. But you know, a big, you know, date, you know, only happens, you can only have a 50 of something, you know, like once in a lifetime. Unless you're one of the very, very few people that live, you know, well past 100. You know, even if you do live to 100, you know, granted there would be, you know, 250th celebrations during your lifetime. But one of them you've been so young to not remember it, kind of like me with the bicentennial. I don't remember it, I only remember the after effects. It's kind of the same way with those really bad blizzards that we had in the 70s. I don't remember them directly. I just remembered how shocked everybody was that in 1980, when it was a relatively warm winter, after all, the scientific consensus back then was that smog and pollution was causing a new ice age. But turned out that those few years of let me see how about the preserved foods. So how are we doing on spring onions? No, we're actually relatively low on garlic. Why do we have so many more spring onions than garlic? And well, I'll put some garlic and some chili peppers in there. I don't know what the deal is with the spring onions. Alright, how's it doing for eggs? Yeah, I'll throw some eggs in there too. Another argument against doing plain white rice this month is I don't think there's enough time to get enough rice saplings produced to plant next month. So long grain rice would be a safer bet. Been so long since yeah, so like today's my normal water day, but it's only been 2 weeks since I ordered the greenhouse for the rice saplings, so it has arrived, but has not been assembled yet. Won't be until the next the second half of this month that it can even start producing rice saplings. Although I'll have them have my workers set up the water tank first so I can go ahead and get that filled up with water. Okay. Got one more pallet of sunflower oil to put into storage here. I'd like to get another storage building for storing finished products. So that way I'm not storing food in with farming chemicals. I mean, obviously, farming chemicals end up in the food anyway. But lime, which has gone through organic processes, is a hell of a lot different than just raw lime. That was a bad parking job. There. That's a better parking job. Alright, I'll see you at the shop. Alright, here we are at the shop. So now I'm sitting at 14,000. Alright, so yeah, 20,000. Not bad. Especially since this was a bit of a light load. Although I did notice when I went past the wood chip factory, I forgot I had made OSB. So, sometime today I need to get that OSB into storage and I'll take it to the shop tomorrow. Alright. So since it's the first of the month, I need to take care of water. It looks like I got 3 pallets of OSB to go. So I'll load those onto the curtain side later today. Alright, and I'll be back when the water is done. Okay, I'm done with all the watering. Go grab those pallets of OSB and get them loaded into the curtain side. Yeah, it does actually look like OSB board. I just wanted to take a look at that to see. Although, based on the dimension, these must be like 4x10s instead of the most common 4x8. Although it does make sense that OSB would come in various sizes for different uses. 4x8 is like the most common. If you go to Home Depot and buy a couple sheets of OSB for a home project, they'll almost always be 4x8. Go ahead and close the curtain side up to keep water and dirt out. Well, not so much dirt, but blowing leaves and other stuff. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use this for the next job. It's been a while since the John Deere's done any field work. Alright, that should be enough. Okay, so for the first time ever on my field, I am employing a worker. And the worker can plant my sunflowers while I finish over here tilling my new rice field. Turn the fan on, it's getting kind of warm in here. I have pretty good noise canceling, so that should not come through the microphone. Alright, texture-wise I can't tell which side is done and which side is not done. Alright, so this side is plowed, and this side is not plowed. Alright. Okay, I'll be back when I move on to the next step. Alright, finishing up the spading here. There we go. Alright. Let's go check on the AI worker. Oh, the worker seems to have managed. Good. Needs plowing. That's not good. Alright. Well. I guess this is going to take a bit of a... So the question is if I go through and spade this now, will the increased yield make up for the loss in seed and fertilizer? Well, loss in seed anyway. Fertilizer should stay just fine. Well, I'm gonna go with, as long as I'm gonna go ahead and forego the seed. The fertilizer will stay, but the seed will get ruined. So I'll go ahead and plow this and join it all into one field. The worker did a good job. I made a mistake, so can't blame that on the worker. So I'm going to square this field up a little bit, get rid of the division since the division no longer serves a purpose. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna drop. Go grab my stump grinder. I thought I'd gotten all the stumps out of here, but I guess not. First, get the winch out of the way. I'll grab the stump grinder. Yeah, that stump's gonna be stuck there apparently. Oh, there's one. Oh, missed one. There's one right there. Got it. Alright. Hook my spader back up and return to service. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Hey, now we go. Alright. Might have to get rid of that Downing service berry. It's kind of an annoying spot. They're rather annoying trees anyway. Couple spots right here I missed. Oops. Fat fingered the headlights. Alright. Now I no longer need to create fields, so I'll limit it to 2 fields. There's another stump right there. That one's gone. Thought I saw one more over here. Yep. Is that all the stumps now? Oh, there's one. I appear to have gotten it. Alright. I'll get rid of this one too. What the hell? I might get caught on it at some later date. Okay. I'll drop this here for now, so that's out of my way. Alright, I'll be back when I have this all respaded. Alright, I'm back. I got the spading done, but it is almost 6 o'clock, so I'll go ahead and call in to today. So get over here and get the maintenance done. Oh, I was forgetful. I forgot my wood chipper out there, my stump grinder. Alright, so let's do... some fuel. grab my stump grinder since I was being forgetful and didn't bring it up with me. Do a quick maintenance on the stump grinder too. Because of the nature of how they work, they're very prone to taking damage. This one's not too bad. Alright. Alright, now I need to go get the John Deere. Let's see if I can get this just right. Yeah, like right there. I think this is gonna be my... Yeah, this is going to be my screenshot. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my planter out here since I'm going to need it here tomorrow. Go park up. Reattach my weight. Alright, it's been just about an hour, 58 minutes, 30 seconds, so I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching.